So before Gigi got into basketball, I hardly watched it. But now that she's into basketball, we watch. It's on every night.
She wants to watch it too.
It's on every night.
I love it.
And when I took it to the Laker game, that's the first Laker game I've been to, I think, since my jersey retirement.
Really?
And we just had so much fun because for the first time I was seeing the game through her eyes.
He got one of the greatest female basketball players that's about to come up, sitting next to him, and Gigi. So I'm just trying to put on a show for him and give him a reason to be like, okay, we might come to another game.
Do you think your daughter might want to play in the WNBA?
She does for sure.
She does?
I don't. I mean, this kid, man. She's
Wouldn't
like,
that be great,
dude? Man, I'm telling you, the best thing that happens is when we go out and fans will come up to me and she'll be standing next to me and they'll be like, "Hey, you gotta have a boy. UNV gotta have a boy, man. You have somebody carry on the tradition, the legacy." She's like, "Oi, I got this." You know, boy for that. I got you. Like, that's right. Yes, you do. You got this.
There were times when someone had a baby and the man, the father, would go back to work and all of his friends would commiserate, "Oh darn, it was a girl," right? You wanted a boy to play sports with and it was a girl. I'm talking about like the 50s or the 40s and 50s, the 60s. That was happening a lot. Well, now, a dad is thrilled to have a girl because, of course, get ready for everything that, of course, the boys had. T-ball and soccer and obviously hockey, volleyball, et cetera, et cetera. So that is gone. And that is a huge change in our country, a culture. It really is.
Your story reminded me of Kobe Bryant, and he's a huge supporter of the WNBA, and his oldest daughter is playing basketball. She looks quite good, and he said that he just laughs when other guys come up to him and say, "Man, don't you want a boy to be just like you?" And I think he told one of them, he told the story recently, "Well, I think my daughter has it just fine." Like, he's just okay with that. So I think that's cool that he's obviously supportive of the league, as many NBA players are, and also is reminding people that, you know, he might have the next great one. It just didn't come in the package that they expected.
I still get enormous pleasure from watching great athletes on the court. And nobody exemplifies excellence in basketball better than the Los Angeles Lakers last year. Of course, I've got to recognize Kobe Bryant, one of the most competitive players I've ever seen. For being named Finals MVP last year, obviously already MVPs under his belt, the youngest player ever to reach 25,000 points in his career. And he's playing with a broken finger. Now, you know, if I had a broken finger, I would have trouble getting out of bed. And he's still leading the team day in, day out. I get my official Lakers jersey here. Now, I have to say that there's a long-standing tradition of welcoming championship sports teams to the White House. But here's the thing. These guys have been there so often. You know, they were just there last year because they won the title And Kobe and Derek have been there so many times now they could lead tours themselves. Same is true for Coach Jackson. So I thought we'd change things up a little bit. We teamed up with NBA Cares to come here to the Arc and spend a little time with the unbelievable young people who are here, as well as the terrific staff. And I was just walking around watching these players work with students, assembling care packages for our wounded warriors, putting together some toiletry kits for the homeless here in Washington, D.C., and trying to keep up with the kids on the Big Brain Academy Challenge, which I didn't even try because it was moving way too fast for me. I want to congratulate Kobe Bryant, the NBA Finals MVP for the second year in a row. Kobe was there when we organized a little pickup game for my 49th birthday. Pau Gasol and some other NBA players participated. Derek was there. Kobe was sidelined because he had just gotten some treatment on his knee. I was not yet sidelined with my busted lip. But nobody was taking it easy on me because Pau was on my team. So I kept on just passing to him.
Now, Kobe, you have been a supporter of the WNBA, but what brings you out on opening day?
Well, I mean, to continue to support, and you know, we're a big basketball family, and you know, our middle daughter Gianna just loves the game so much. So, you know, here we are to watch them play.
You have a dream, you have a goal as a kid to play basketball. As a girl, you grow up, you play basketball. You're like, my goal and my ambition is to be a WNBA player. And I want to be a champion like Coop.
Women's game has grown so much, and you know, I'm looking forward to see what it's going to be like another 20 years from now, because it's going to continue to grow leaps and bounds. Great for them to be able to come out here and have role models that play the game of basketball and do it at a high level.
The biggest advice, like, you know, I can tell you what to do. I think the most important thing is to teach you how you can figure out what to do for yourself, right? And the way to do that is by studying. You watch, you observe, you have to look at their weaknesses, and then you have to understand what your strengths are, and then how to use those against that person.
I do coach my daughter's basketball team. The girls will go out and I say, okay, you're going against the zone, so I need you to cross grain, wing entry, right? Hit the 2 pass to the post, bypass first cutter, second cutter, hit the third cutter. And they'll go, okay. What we try to do is we try to teach the kids what excellence looks like, right? And it's not that, you know, some of them may want to play in the WNBA, some of them may not, right? But we try to give them a foundation of the amount of work and preparation that it takes to be excellent in whatever it is that you choose to do, right? So we're here playing basketball, we're going to focus on the details, we're going to learn the basics, we're going to learn the fundamentals, we're going to do those things over and over, and hopefully it's something that they can apply to other areas in their life.
It's about family. It's about my wife, Vanessa. You know, you guys don't know this, but my last game that we had here against the Utah Jazz, I was really tired. I got home and I was like, you know what? I don't know if I can do this thing. I got one more game left, but I don't have any legs. And she said, I want to show you something. I got a gift for you for your last game. And she proceeded to show me a row of retired jerseys from Baylor, from Magic, from Shaq, from Cap, all with personal messages signed to me, including from Michael Jordan, including from the great Bill Russell, including from the great Larry Bird. And when I saw that, I knew then that I had to turn it up. I had to turn it up. So thank you, baby, for being an inspiration to me. And lastly, our daughters, Natalia, Gianna, and Bianca. You know, I hope that tonight is not, you know, you guys know that, you know, if you do the work, you work hard enough, dreams come true. You know that, we all know that. But hopefully what you get from tonight is the understanding that those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream. That's the dream. It's not the destination, it's the journey. And if you guys can understand that, then what you'll see happen is that you won't accomplish your dreams. Your dreams won't come true. Something greater will. And if you guys can understand that, then I'm doing my job as a father. Thank you guys so much. I love you. And, Mamba out.
Kobe was a hero in the way Superman is a hero. He was so big, it was almost like he was a fictional character. He was a real-life superhero with a costume and everything walking amongst us. I had many conversations with Kobe off of television, and they always involved his daughters, always. Once he retired from basketball, his life revolved around their lives. He was very proud of them. He loved being a father. When my son had heart surgery, he checked in with me repeatedly. He made a point once Billy, my son, was out of the hospital, to meet him. He wanted to meet him, and from time to time, he would check in to see how he was doing. And yes, I know he was not a perfect person. I understand that. My intention is not to canonize him or make judgments about things I don't know anything about. But I will say, he loved his family, he worked very hard, and he brought a lot of joy to a lot of people in the city, and we're gonna miss him. There's no silver lining here. It's all bad, it's all sad. He was a bright light, and that's how I want to remember him.
I met Kobe when he was 17, and I was 21. He was a rookie on the Lakers, and I was just starting out in the comedy scene in LA. We were at a party, and we didn't know anyone at the party, so we just started talking. And so then the guy that was having the party said, hey guys, who wants to make a beer run? And Kobe wasn't drinking, he was 17, so he goes, I'll do it. He goes, Jimmy, you want to come? So I go, okay. And we drive down Sunset Boulevard to this place called Pink Dot. So I go in, and I open the door, and it's locked, and the guy goes, sorry, I can't sell you anything. And I go, we just want to get some beer right there. And he goes, yeah, that's not how the way this place works. We're delivery only. We're not allowed to sell things. And then Kobe takes out his ID and he puts it up against the glass and he goes, I'm a Laker. And the guy opened the door and we walked out with 5 cases of beer and we saved the party. And when we'd run into each other over the years, we'd laugh about that night that we first met. We laugh at all the good things that had happened since. And we laugh about how much fun it was to raise kids and all the stupid mistakes we made trying to figure out how to be good dads. I keep finding myself thinking about the last time that Kobe was here on the show. He was freshly retired, and I remember him saying to me that he couldn't stop talking about how excited he was to have all this free time to devote to his family and to coach his daughters. And I remember loving hearing him talk like that. A man who had achieved so much in his life he was so excited just to get to be a dad for a while. And our hearts break at this tragedy. Our thoughts and our love go out to Kobe's wife and to his children, his family, his friends. We mourn the other 7 people on that helicopter whose loss is no less profound, and our hearts go out to their friends and families too.